not good enough. The spotlight shone in Sally's face, blinding her. All she could see was dazzling, brilliant whiteness. It was entirely possible that she'd died of fright and was now glimpsing the glory of heaven. She dug her fingernails into her palms. Saliva filled her mouth, lubricating it, ready to... I'm going to vomit and everyone is going to see. People will talk about it for weeks. I'll be Sally sick Sally, or maybe even Vom Girl or Chunks. She swallowed hard, averting disaster. Not for the first time, Sally questioned her sanity. They say madness runs in the family, and there was a reason why the Feathers didn't see Uncle John so much these days. The only explanation Sally could think of as to why she was standing there was that she'd lost her mind. Why did I agree to this? Who's next? Sally jumped as Mr. Roberts yelled. I can't do it. She heard him rustle through his sheets of paper. Sally Feather? Is that Sally? Yes, she squeaked. She felt dwarfed by the big, empty stage, reminded of the stunted wooden people in her old doll's house. I'm Sally. Her voice echoed through the hall, dull and lumpy sounding. She hated her talking voice. Brilliant. You ready, Sally? She squinted through the spotlight and recognised the stocky, beardy silhouette of Mr. Roberts. It wouldn't be so bad if it was only him. In the auditorium behind him was a neat row of identical glossy heads lined up like Girls' World hairstyling dolls. Dozens of eyes, all fixed on Sally. Their judgment was palpable. What's she doing here? I really must have gone mad. I'm ready, she muttered into the microphone, and a wail of feedback tore around the room like a banshee. Sally heard the other girls giggle. Sorry. That's okay, dear, in your own time. Roberts was a flamboyant black guy with the most neatly pruned chin-strap beard Sally had ever seen. He had a fiery temper, but she had mostly liked his music lessons in Year 9. She knew she should just leave. Quit now and she could just turn away and exit in a dignified and poised manner. Well, as much as her clumsy gait would allow. That was her only shot at coming out of this unscathed. But she couldn't. This was the last show Sally could be a part of, and she'd promised her mum that she would at least audition. It would, after all, look good on her Cambridge application. There was a part of her, a really small, neglected nubbin in her head, that quite wanted to be in a play. She'd get to sing, she'd get to dress up. She'd adored nativity plays in primary school, back when people were kinder. But this felt very different. For God's sake, Sally, it's only a school play. Get it together. It might even be fun. Her stomach heaved again, reminding her that this was not fun. There was an impatient sigh from Miss Devers waiting at the piano. She looked like an older version of Sally in some ways, the same fine features and mousy, unruly hair, although Miss Devers was secured with a cheap plastic crocodile clip. Sally's, as ever, hung in its long plait, the end of which she now rubbed between her thumb and forefinger like a comfort blanket. Deep breaths weren't quite having the magical healing effect her mum had promised they would. Nevertheless, Sally gave Miss Devers the nod. The opening bars of Somewhere That's Green started. The piano badly needed tuning. It sounded like bones clanking together. You can do this, Sally told herself. You know the words, you know you can sing. But she also knew, deep down inside, in a toxic pit in her gut, that it was about so much more than having a pretty voice. What is it those awful TV talent shows say? We're looking for the total package for the X Factor. Sally just wasn't one of those mannequins. To Sally, the beautiful, effortless sound that came out of her mouth when she sang must have accidentally landed in her body on its way to someone else. Sally was so lost in doubt that she missed her cue. Nerves had sewed her lips shut. Miss Devers let the notes die off. More giggling from the crowd. Sally didn't need to be able to see to know it was Melody Vine, Eleanor Ford, and Kira Stevens, the unholy trinity.